Hey boys, welcome back to some more Beer Pro Korea. I was going to say Cowboys Korea mode, but no, it's a freaking Beer Pro. And we're actually, I talked about this before in the last episode that we were coming third. I actually don't know where we were high up on the ladder. Maybe it was third or maybe it was higher because we're still third on the ladder even after a couple of losses, our first two games back in the saddle. So... you know, it's we obviously we're hitting some form before we went away from. See there, Bodine Thompson playing for the Rabbits. Bodine Thompson, geez, he's been out of the game for a number of years now. Did he go to the Super League, Thompson? He was always a pretty solid player, but yeah, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. But yeah, we found it a little bit tough coming back into the fray here, but taking on the Rabbitohs, who the team doesn't look great, so this is probably a pretty good opportunity for us to actually post some points. There's no Inglis, there's no... I don't think... was Sam Burgess there? I don't know, we'll see if we can see him. Cody Walker is still there, so they do have some attack, but... hopefully we can do something. Is a nice little bit of work there, getting away from the defense, but wrapped up. We just need to, personally, we've been going okay. I think the team itself, they've been making a lot of errors, putting them under pressure, so you know, it's got to be cut out a little bit as we line up for a kick here. It's not a bad kick either. I was trying to get a 40-20 going, but not quite the distance. We rushed down, put a huge shot on Russell, throw me to touch. Oh, that felt pretty good, dude. He was just standing around because the AI sort of gets a little worried when they get close to the sideline like that. So he had a chance just to put the foot down and put a shot on. And yeah, great kick at the end of the day there as we get it out to Benji. He strained up. He had the overlap going, but didn't want to pass it off as we get it off to Tamalala here. This is where we can be dangerous. We can just sort of look for any sort of overlap, and that's why I like the Beer Pro, especially the fullback option, because you can sort of drift around the field, look for, you know, anywhere you find a weakness. I was trying to put in a little kick there, just the pass is a little bit floaty, and I got tackled, unfortunately, as the bomb goes up here. Not a bad kick. Gets taken, though, by Kirisam Ava, who also, it's been a while since we've seen his name in the NRL. He was a good player coming through, but a few, not errors, but a few personal issues sort of derailed his career. As that was terrible defense. I was trying to put a big shot on, but he just swerved me at the last second. And you know, playing Beer Pro at the back like that, you just got to be a little bit smarter with the defense. You just got to hold your line basically, and just let them do their thing, and then try to tackle them. Because if you try to attack them, go at them, then they're just gonna swerve around. It's very tough to actually stop. So yeah, it's a learning curve for sure. As we get another chance to put an attacking kick. We probably had the better running in this first half here. We'd love to put some points on as we get out wide, put in a little grub. It's a good kick. Tries to get the offload to the number 11 there. He's gonna get wrapped up. Almost gets to the line, but not a bad place to turn the ball over. As our first tackle here. Nice little switcher play. Gets it back to us. Beautiful work. Gets the offload to Chudley, who's a good young player. He's been actually crippled with injuries in real life. Couple of knee reconstructions, but he was touted to be like the dummy half of the Cowboys last couple of seasons, because I do not rate Granville. But Chudley's solid, but I actually haven't heard his name too much lately. I don't know if he's come back from injury yet, or if he's come back for injury, not quite where he was, but yeah, it's always a shame to see players like that, sort of injuries derail potential careers. But you know, unfortunately that's the type of sport it is. As Benji puts in a beautiful little kick. Unfortunately, it was terrible stuff. What is that? We're not much better. We missed the tackle as well, but he should have been put into the in goal. Our teammates were just not enthused enough, really, as we're going to go for a sneaky one-pointer. just shaves the right up post there, unfortunately. So it's a 0-0 scoreline. We have had the better running, as you can see. 5 out of 5 completion, 60% possession. So disappointing not to go in with a lead, but you know, hopefully that pressure can toll in the second half as the kick goes up here. Well attacked there by, who was that? I don't know. Thankfully, he batted it down, and our boys were aware to make the tackle, as they were going to have to work it out from our goal line as Benji cops a shot. Probably don't take the first ruck off the play the ball like that, Benji, as we get through again. Another line break. Just the fullback to beat, trying to draw him in. Beautiful pass to Tonamapea. Somehow the forwards caught up to him. That's always very frustrating. That should have been a runaway try, really. But beautiful stuff. And now we get on the outside. We saw it was... I was going to do a big step, but then I just saw the hole open up. I think it was George Burgess who was the man defending us. And I knew we had him for speed that close to the line. Just had to pin the ears back. Comes in with the knees, typical George Burgess dog play, but thankfully it is funny that animation is in the game, because it's it looks like such a cheap shot. You know, you're not allowed to do that in real life, but in the game here, it is in the game. It doesn't actually do anything, obviously, but that was beautiful play. I think it was Jordan McLean made the line break, and we were there for the support play. Unfortunately, we were just a little bit behind the pace. We couldn't quite get into the clear, but good stuff. As I saw a little bit of an overlap coming there, but just couldn't get into it, as the Rabbitohs get a chance here to hit back. And it's going to be Russell here pushing, and he gets over. We came up with a try. Well, it's not really a try saver because he did score the freaking try, but... we came up with a solid shot. We just needed some of our teammates to come in and support, but didn't happen. And the Rabbitohs, with one of their few opportunities in this game up our end, are going to come away with 6 points, with Cody Walker converting. And again, another player that is left-footed but kicks right-footed in this game. It happens all the time, dude. But off the kick return, I could have potentially linked up. Benji Marshall was on our right there. I just didn't see him in time, you know. But probably taking the tackle in this situation, you know, under 10 minutes to go. We don't want to turn the ball over, and we're in a good spot. So don't do anything too silly here. As again, just making good ground up the middle of the ruck. 4 tackle now. Gonna get it out wide here. Put in the little kick. It's a good little kick too. Just take the tackle, and we set up for a field goal here. Hopefully he goes for it. I called for the play. It's gonna go back to Trent Hodkinson. No, who is this? Was it Hodkinson? Who was that? Who is our halfback? I have no idea, but he slots it, and we come away with the victory. Benji Marshall? No. Oh, it was Bambling. So he must be replacing Hodkinson. I don't know why Hodkinson is out. Maybe Origin, maybe. But the young fella slotted it. So brilliant game. We got the win. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.